Black made a move. King g7. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. Rook g1 check. King h7. On h5. Queen f4 check. King b1. Queen takes f2. Rook eg8. Queen takes f5 check. King a1. White intends to play rook 1 g7 mate and seize the initiative. Queen g5 move preferred by black. Black's idea is to play king takes g8 and gain a significant edge. Rook takes g5 was chosen by white. On takes g5, black has no response. Let's go to the next game. White just played. On a5, pause the video and try to find black's next move. Rook c7. Black intends to play rook takes c5 and dominate the board. Queen d4 move preferred by white. King c8. Black might go for rook a3. On c5. Rook takes a5 and gain a significant edge. On f5 played by white. On takes f5 check. King f4. Rook h3. On c5. Rook h4 check. King e3. White is planning to play queen takes h4 and take decisive advantage. Rook takes d4 move preferred by black. King takes d4, black is clearly ahead. Let's go to the next game. White just played. King g1, pause the video and try to predict black's next move. On b3. King h2. Rook c2. King g3. On e5. On h4. King h8. Queen f1. On e3. Queen d3. On promotes to queen at b1. Queen d8 check. White is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Rook takes e5, pause the video to find out black's response. Rook d1 check. King h2. Rook ff1. Rook e8 check. King g7. Rook e7 check. King f8. Rook e8 check. King takes e8. Queen e2 check. King d8. Black is planning to play rook h1 mate and increase their advantage significantly. Queen takes f1 move preferred by white. Rook takes f1. On g6, white has no response. Let's go to the next game. Black played. King h6, pause the video and try to predict white's next move. On the 5. King h5. Rook h2 check. King g6. Black's idea is to play queen takes g7 mate and dominate the board. Rook h7 was chosen by white. King f5. On a6. White is preparing to play. On a7. Queen a1. On promotes to rook at a8. Queen takes a8 check. On promotes to queen at g8 and put immense pressure on the opponent. King f4 move preferred by black. Rook h1. White is aiming to play rook f1 check. King e5. Rook takes f6 and gain a significant edge. Queen e5 played by black. On a7. Queen c3. On promotes to rook at a8. Queen e5, white is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. On takes f6, pause the video to find out black's response. White is preparing to play King c2. Rook a1. King takes d2. Rook takes a2 check. King d3 and dominate the board. Rook f1 played by black. Queen b8 check. King f3. Queen takes b4. Pawn promotes to queen at d1. Queen g4 check. King e3. Black is aiming to play queen c1 mate and establish a winning position. Queen takes d1 move preferred by white. Rook takes d1. King c3. King f4. Black considers playing king takes f5 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Pawn f7 was chosen by white. White intends to play pawn promotes to queen at f8 and dominate the board. Rook d8 played by black. Pawn a4. King takes f5. King c4. White is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. White played King e1. Pause the video to spot black's next move. White is aiming to play Queen f8, King c5, Queen c8 check, King takes b5, Queen takes c2 and secure a stronghold in the game. King e3 move preferred by black. Queen a7 check. Rook d4. Black is planning to play Rook c1 mate and establish a winning position. King f1 played by white. Rook f2 check. King e1. Rook b2. Black considers playing Rook b1 mate and put immense pressure on the opponent. King f1 move preferred by white. King f3. Queen f7 check. King g3. Black's idea is to play Rook d1 mate and increase their advantage significantly. King e1 played by white. Rook a4. Queen d5. Rook a1 check. Queen d1. Rook takes d1 check. King takes d1. White has no response. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. King f4. Pause the video to analyze white's next move. Black might go for King e5, King c4, Pawn d5 check, and take decisive advantage. Pawn f6 played by white. White is setting up to play Pawn takes g7 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen b7 played by black. Rook f1 check. King g3. Pawn g7. Queen a6 check. King takes d4. Queen takes f1. Pawn promotes to queen at g8 check. King h2. Queen g6. Queen d1 check. King c4. Pawn d5 check. Pawn takes d5. Queen c1 check. King b3. White is planning to play Queen c2 check. Queen takes c2 check. King takes c2. King g3. Pawn f7. King f4. Pawn promotes to queen at f8 check and establish a winning position. Queen f1 move preferred by black. Queen takes h6 check. King g3. Black is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. White just played Pawn takes f4. Pause the video to figure out black's next move. Pawn e3. Queen a5. Pawn e2. Black is looking to play Pawn promotes to queen at e1 check. Queen takes e1. Rook takes e1 check and seize the initiative. Queen e1 move preferred by white. Rook e4. Black is setting up to play Rook takes f4 and seize the initiative. Pawn f5 move preferred by white. Rook takes d4. King c2. King g8. Black is preparing to play Rook d1. Queen takes e2. Rook takes e2 check and secure a stronghold in the game. Pawn takes g6 was chosen by white. Rook e7. Black is preparing to play Rook d1. Queen takes d1. Pawn promotes to queen at ex d1 check and seize the initiative. On g7 was chosen by white. Rook takes g4. King b3. Rook e3 check. King c2. Rook c4 check. King d2. White is aiming to play king takes e3 and take decisive advantage. Rook e5 was chosen by black. Black wants to play rook ce4. King c2. King takes g7 and dominate the board. On a4 move preferred by white. Rook takes a4. King c3. Rook a1. Black might go for rook takes e1 and dominate the board. Queen takes a1 was chosen by white. On promotes to queen at e1 check. Queen takes e1. Rook takes e1. King d3. White is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. White just played Queen d1 check. Pause the video and try to predict black's next move. King e4. Queen e1 check. King f5. Queen f2 check. King e6. Black intends to play rook h5 check. Queen h4. Rook takes h4 mate and dominate the board. Queen h4 was chosen by white. King takes d6. King h3. Rook g3 check. King h2. Rook g2 check. King h3. Rook 6 g3 check. Queen takes g3 check. Rook takes g3 check. King takes g3. King c6. King f4. King b6. King e5. On h5. King f5. King a5. King g5. King b4. King takes h5. King a3. King g5. King takes a2. King f4. King b3. King e4. King takes c4. King e3. Black has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game.